Let me turn on Do Not Disturb, so I don't get calls during this stream. I'm about to weigh myself, so we have video recording of how much I weigh. I gotta put some new batteries into my scale real quick. Just got home. I'll make an announcement before we start our workout, but what happened and why I can't do chest today. But you'll hear about it shortly here of what happened. But welcome. We are still working out today, even though it's going to be light and just for our heart and lungs mainly. Nothing else, nothing crazy. And we'll be good to go. Hey, Chaflan. I'm getting batteries for my scale so we can weigh me here in a little bit. And yes, thank God. I just found my wallet. I have these fitness pants. One of the reasons I don't like fitness pants is that everything always falls out of the pockets. And my wallet fell out of my pockets and I thought I lost it. Hey, Igno, привет. And it was, in addition to my already stressful day, that was not good news. Welcome, everybody joining in. We're getting started here, and I'm about to weigh myself. Hey, Aman. What's up, Waylon? All right, here we go. Pounds. We're clear to 0. Here we go. Moment of truth. I've gained weight. 2 weeks ago, I was 171 pounds. But I did weigh myself while being shirtless. Although my shirt isn't that heavy. Let's try it again. £2 heavier. I was 171 exactly, now 173 exactly. So we've gained a few pounds here in the last 2 weeks. 2 pounds. Which is good. I've been eating more, so that's predictable. Всем привет means hello to everyone, or hi y'all in English, and привет just means hello. There's a difference between всем привет and just привет. It means like hey y'all, or just hello. I'm gonna go get my let me put a new shirt on. So I have something else. We're gonna go do a power walk today, and I'm about to say why we're not doing chest workout today and what happened here shortly. Trying to get oversized shirt. I feel like they're more airy and they air out a little more. Yeah, I gained 2 pounds, and I did gain some strength, which is good stuff. We can also go for a shirtless walk, try to get rid of my farmer's stand. That's an option. Let me get some shorts too. When I leave my house, the stream might glitch out for like 10 seconds when it switches from my Wi-Fi to cellular. So just if that happens, that's why. Don't hop off the stream. It'll reconnect within 10 seconds. It does that sometimes. All right, here we go. Hey, Kim. Welcome to the stream. Wow. Put some shorts on and we will start. We'll go here in a second with our cardio day today. And my legs are really sore, and so is my lower back for some reason. Like I'm matching. matching shorts and shirt today. Like as if I know how to match colors and stuff, but I really don't. Here we go. Going outside, and we'll be ready, guys. Be ready as we'll ever be. Just doing some power walking today. This is strawberry jam I buy at Costco. When I finish it, I reuse the can for water. Y'all are ready. Hey, Muscle Man, I am gonna tell you guys what happened and why we're not doing chest today in a little bit here, right before we start. And let me grab my mic too, in case it gets windy or something, although it shouldn't. And we're good to go, guys. Is that a soup or a cake? Okay, I can't tell. Oh, tea. Spilled the tea. Is that what it is? I can't tell what that emoji is. Oh, ramen. I ate ramen today. Oh, I'll show you guys the ramen I ate. It's not ramen, but it's instant noodles. So this is what I eat. It's Indomie. Here, so it's not rotated. Let me see here. Indomie instant noodles, stir-fry noodles. And then on the back here, for the content, sorry, trying to read it. It's so small. 1 serving size per container. For the protein, it says 8 grams. 8 grams of protein per pack, 400 calories. So I have 2 of these packs, and that's 800 calories. I don't use all the seasoning they provide. I only use half. So it's 800 calories, 16 grams of protein. And today I had a bunch of chicken with it, rotisserie chicken that I bought at HEB at the grocery store. So rotisserie chicken, 2 packs of that, that's 16 grams. I had at least 40 grams of chicken. So that's 56 grams just for my lunch. And for breakfast, I had the collagen coffee for 20 grams. So I'm currently at 80 grams of protein for the day. Which means I reached it. So my goal is to do 0.5 gram per pound of body weight, or 1 gram per kilo of body weight. So I'm 5'9", 173 pounds as of today, that we've measured. And we're about to start here in 1 minute on our walk. Hey, Christos. Welcome in, and I'm going outside now. We're ready to go. Might get stream sniped one day, watch. I am extremely sore from yesterday. My legs, my butt, my lower back, but it's good soreness. I'm thinking the lower back might be from the lunges, because you do flex your lower back when you push yourself back into place. All right, so we're starting in 10 seconds. Essentially now, my camera is gonna glitch out for a second, which is fine. Just stay on, it'll reconnect. So the goal today is just to keep our heartbeat elevated, our lungs working. Oh, I forgot the microphone. Let me go get that. And the reason I'm not doing the upper body today is I told you guys I'm participating in this health study, and they take my blood test every week, just for health reasons. It's going to be over in like a month. But my test results came back, and they had very elevated liver enzymes, which happens during intense exercise. And it messed up the results, and they said, hey, abstain from exercise until the next week. We want to recheck your blood, and if everything's good, you can resume. We just want to make sure it's not anything else causing it, and it's just exercise. So they want to isolate it for exercise. So I can't do any exercise that breaks down muscle from today, Wednesday, and Thursday. So 3 days. And then after that, are we back? Tell me it's working now, please. Is it working? Okay, cool. Welcome back. Sorry about that. Good stuff. So, anyway, I'm gonna do stretches then, because I have bad internet here, and as soon as I leave my house, I'm like further away from the city, if you guys remember. So we're gonna do some stretches instead. So one of the stretches I really like, so I'm flexible by nature, so a lot of this stuff comes easy to me, fortunately. But for those of you who it's not easy for, just give it your best shot. So legs down, flat, against the wall, and I'm gonna basically lean forward, try to slowly balance my palms up against the wall. That's supposed to stretch your calves and your hamstrings, and a little bit of lower back, but mostly it's a leg stretch. Also, you don't have to have a wall if you're just sitting like this. You can do the same thing just by reaching for your toes. But for the wall, you can kind of get a deeper stretch a little bit. So I'm doing stretches. Those of you who came late, the reason for this and not doing chest today is I need to stay away from heavy exercise for 3 days because of some stuff I'm participating in. The doctor is running tests on a blood sample. They don't want my ATL levels or ATL levels elevated. Some liver enzymes, they get elevated during strenuous exercise. They want to keep that controlled, so we're doing stretches and cardio today, tomorrow, and Thursday, and then Friday we can go back to working out heavy again. So today we're doing stretches. That's how I know I haven't stretched in a while. Everything hurts when I stretch. What I'm doing now is I'm rotating my upper body, shoulders clockwise as far away as I can. It may seem counterclockwise to you because it's a flipped camera for you guys. There was a thing that somebody pointed out on my last stream when I was hitting my pull-up record. My liver's fine, yo. I don't take liver supplements or any kind of supplements, really, because my liver functions fine. It's just any normal person gets elevated enzyme levels anytime you do strenuous exercise. That's just normal. That's your body processing muscle when your muscle breaks down and then the rebuilding of the muscle. So what I have is I don't have any liver issues or anything. Gotcha. I don't know too much about liver supplements. So right now I'm gonna put my palms on my legs together. I don't think that's what they're called, but you know what I'm talking about. And then with my elbows, I'm gonna press my knees down on both sides as I lean forward. Ideally, when you're super flexible, you can put your knees down all the way on the floor, but I'm obviously not there. So as far as supplements go, there's things that helps liver function from what I hear, but like I don't know what happens on a molecular level. If I would have finished my biology degree, maybe I would know a little more about how supplements work. But as far as I'm concerned, it's like half of it is bro science, half of it might help. None of it like fully restores. None of it's like a cure-all for everything. So it's you got to take everything with a grain of salt. Thanks, man. He said it's been Yovalorn, Lovelorn. I'm glad you learned English later and that you've been watching my videos for a while. Somebody on here suggested for me to learn to do splits. Like, hey, let's do a stretching routine until you learn how to do splits. And I wasn't completely against that. That sounds like a fun thing to do. My right hamstring right here is super tight for some reason. So I'm trying to stretch it out pretty well right now. The thing with stretches, just like with exercise, you have to just push it just slightly past where it's painful until your body gets used to it, and then you push it a little more, push it a little more. Next thing you know, you're way more flexible than where you started. Somebody pointed out on the last video, they were impressed that I basically like got tired on my pull-ups at like 9 or 10 or something. But then I kept pushing myself up until I hit 19, and they're like, well, I would have gave up when I first ran out of strength and power and wouldn't have continued. And then same thing on the squats. They're like, this is kind of it makes sense why you reached what you reached with the mentality that's like, you already hit your PR, but you pushed yourself to like keep going on the squats. Because my PR was to get to 80, I believe, or 81. But I did 120 yesterday. Like I just kept pushing myself and going and going. And that was kind of my mentality the entire time I did fitness. I would like push myself to the limit and then try to go past the limit. And that's the kind of mentality that you need to like build muscle and achieve like great fitness levels. People who don't push themselves, they just do enough to like elevate their heart rates and make their muscle feel strained, but not like push themselves with progressive overload or try to hit their PRs. They don't see as much progress over time. Oof. Austin's asking, how did I originally learn about exercise fitness? It was all self-taught. My only mentors were YouTubers that I watched. And I love reading. Like there's a Pavel Tsatsouline, I think, who's like a famous Russian strongman. I read his books. I read a lot of books by a lot of people, but mainly what helped me a lot is just like straight up journals and like science stuff that I learned in college, reading science journals and just anatomy and physiology of the human body, how it works, how it recovers, what it's capable of what its limits are, like all that stuff really helped me understand it on a deep level. I'm doing stretches today. For those of you guys just joining, I'm working on my stretching right now. I'm going to do some stretches that are used in learning splits. I'm not really learning splits, but And basically, one leg straight, the other one forward, like this. Then you lean back. The point is to stretch this quad muscle as much as you can. Hey Darth, today was a pretty stressful day for me. Had a lot going on, a lot of driving around, picking up this, doing that. It was a pretty stressful day, to be honest, but it's over now. I was looking forward to this workout to kind of take my mind off things. So my hamstrings, although they're pretty stretchy, when I make my legs straight at the knee, I can't lift it as high, which is normal. But for splits, that's like the number one reason people can't do splits, or I can't do splits, is like when your legs are actually straight and like bent out at the knees. Like this is as far as I could go. My adductor muscles are just feeling it. The angle makes my legs look so small. Here we go. I'm gonna start here, and I'll as soon as I get comfortable, I'll start going lower. So it's a stretches day. Hey Austin, I'm glad. Yeah, I talked about Neo. The announcement was I'm participating in this health study, and they're doing blood draws from me to test all my vitals and levels and stuff. And after last week, my liver enzymes came in very elevated due to the strenuous workouts, and they asked me not to exercise for 3 days, like no strenuous exercise, and they're gonna retest me on Friday morning, and then in the afternoon I can work out again. So unfortunately, my chest workout got canceled today because of that. But it's part of it was a paid study, is a little thing I'm doing for participating in. So now I gotta listen to what they tell me because it's my job. Jean-Claude was always super fit. Yeah, wasn't he like a karate, like a super high belt in karate, I think. But yeah, he was always able to do splits and stuff while being a pretty crazy martial artist. I'm gonna take a little break, and we'll go again. Let's see how far we could go. A good way to do these is to stack books and sit on them, and then slowly remove one book at a time until you could go all the way down. I've never tried that method, but it makes sense to me. Yeah, do max push-ups. You can also do like diamond push-ups, like close grip push-ups like this, wider grip, wide grip. If you have access to dip bars, do some exercises on dips, on dip bars, which are like dip push-ups. What else we got? Do you have any interest in forearms? Firearms. Not really, to be honest. So I'm gonna do a lat stretch. You basically lean as much forward as you can, and you try to press your shoulders down to the ground. That stretches your latissimus dorsi muscle and some of your tricep. So you can stretch both out with this little stretch. Like this, and you focus on pressing your shoulders or like your armpits down to the ground. You can also do this specific stretch up against the wall. You put your, I left my stand in the car, but let's see if I can get in here. So you put your arms up against the wall, and then you try to arch your body in. This is a super helpful exercise if you can't do handstands. A lot of times people have the strength to do handstands, but not the flexibility. So there's two things that need to be very flexible for handstands to work. So the first thing is your wrists. Your wrists need to be able to bend at least 90 degrees without a problem, right? So 90-degree bend right here. If you can't do 90, you won't be able to do a handstand. Like if all you could do is this right here, and you can't keep going, you won't do a handstand. You simply don't have the flexibility for it. So number one thing that's very important for handstands is to, with your arms fully extended, your body fully extended, press up as high as you can to get some wrist flexibility. Ideally, keep your fingers straight if you can. I know it's going to be tough. It's easier to bend them because then you can go a little bit further higher. But if you want to get a full stretch in your forearms too, keep your fingers straight, maybe even open your fingers up, keep them straight, go all the way up. If you can't go 90 degrees here, do these stretches every day, like twice a day, up until you gain the flexibility in your wrists to go minimum 90 degrees. Super important for handstands. And then the second thing for handstands, if you do have the 90-degree flexibility and you have the strength, is you have to be able to lock your shoulders out like this. So some people, they can only do this. Like they're stuck in this position because their lats aren't flexible enough. So if you're one of them, you're going to have to be able to like go into this position and really stretch your shoulders out and your lats out so that you can be in a very straight line going from your waist to your shoulder to here. This should be 180 degrees. So yeah, a planche is even worse. So if this is all the flexibility you have in your hand, you won't be able to do a planche. That was one of my biggest downfalls for planche. You need to be almost in this position here. So you need to support your whole body with the degrees here being like 120 degrees or something like that. So you have to be able to hold your whole body in this position right here. So when I did it, if you notice, I did it on dip bars, because when I'm holding a dip bar, I can be in this position more or less. But it's much harder to hold because a lot of your weight is just supported by 2 or 3 fingers, which is much harder. If you're able to learn the flexibility to do it with your arms straight, planche is so much easier to learn. That was one of my biggest downfalls, is I didn't have the flexibility in my arms to hold a fully supported planche. So what you would do, keep your arms fully locked straight, go up against the wall, and then press your arms down. Just stretch out your forearms. Very important to have that flexibility for your planche. And considering it's something I do want to go back to learn to do in the future, I definitely need to practice on these daily. Once it becomes like a top priority to get good at it. Let me switch up the lighting a little bit so that you guys can see me better. I'm gonna turn the lights on in my room and turn the lights off outside by closing my blinds. Hey Andy, welcome back. We are doing stretches today because I tried doing cardio, but I'm not in the correct park for cardio, so I was constantly cutting out. So we settled for stretches, and the reason I couldn't do push-ups is I need to take 3 days off from doing any kind of strenuous exercise. So I'm taking 3 days off from strenuous, but we can still do cardio and stretches. So stretching our wrists again. If you keep your wrist straight, isn't it dangerous for health? Not that I know of. I mean, it's all just flexibility. Like, don't actually hurt yourself. We're stretching our wrists and forearms to be able to be in this position for when we learn planche, because you do want to be supported. A lot of guys I've seen do planche, they do it on fingertips, because look at the angle I can get on this. Look. I can almost be flat if I'm on my fingertips. You see that? But then you have to have enough strength in your fingertips to support your entire body, which is really tough to do. It's much easier to support your whole body on your palm than it is on your fingertips. So you have a choice. Either get enough strength to support, your entire body for a while on your fingertips for planche, or get the flexibility to hold your entire body on the palms of your hands until you can learn planche, but you're going to need one or the other. You can't do the planche without having either one. It's kind of a requirement. Yeah, 45-degree angle. Well, yeah, 45-degree on this side, 120 on this side. The 45 plus whatever, 120 adds up to what, 165? So it's 180 total. Whatever, guys. I'm wrong. 135-degree angle. 135 here, 45 here. No, that still gives total one. Yeah, that's 180. Here we go. Stretching my wrists out. So for future planche training. It's a bit painful, but once we fully stretch this through our daily stretches, once I can hold it at my waist, which is ideal. A lot of planche is having your hands at your waist level, because that's your center of balance, is around the waist. For men, it's usually a little bit higher. For women, it's at the hips. Women have lower center mass. So I think for women, it's nearly impossible to do planche push-ups. But we men have a higher center of gravity, so we can hold our wrists a little higher for the planche. So it's a lot more doable. The other thing is, see how my fingers are bent right now? As soon as I make them straight, my arm wants to unbend. Like, I press this in, it hurts. It makes me want to unbend. So, yeah, center of gravity or like center of mass. So like, if I was teeter-totter myself in a horizontal position, so I'm like a seesaw, the center of mass would be closer to my upper body, whereas for women it's lower. And your arms that are holding you up during a planche need to line up straight with your center of mass. So the fact that if this is our head and this is our two legs, two legs, head, two legs, these arms need to line up specifically with our center of mass for the planche. So the higher your center mass is, the more extended your arms can be. So the more closer to your upper body they can be, like this. The lower your the lower your center of mass, the lower you have to hold your hands during the planche. So the more flexibility you have to have, or the more strength in your fingertips, or your grip strength if you're doing them on dip bars, to hold it all the way down here. Yeah, I mean, it is a lot of strain on your biceps if you're fully locked. If you've noticed in my planche video, and whenever I'm doing planche, I'm always holding my arms in this position, right? This is fully locked. I'm always in this position. So like I'm not ever 100% locked. I'm a little bit flexed. So that doesn't stretch your bicep out too much. I'm not on the locked position. Although gymnasts would tell you to do it in locked position. But again, a lot of it has to do with lack of flexibility. If you're going to do a highly strenuous exercise while not being flexible enough for it, or not having your body warmed up and prepared for it, you are going to injure yourself. Yeah, straddle planches are so much easier for specifically that reason. Because when you split your legs open, your center of gravity shifts forward. Because when they're together, they're further away. And literally, every inch counts. Every single inch. So like if you're a person who has longer... What am I trying to say? So yeah, when you straddle it, you're basically bringing your legs closer to your upper body, because when they're straddled, they are closer to your upper body. That's why when I do one-arm push-ups, if you've noticed, I always straddle my legs as well. Straddle means like set them apart wide, like this, during my one-arm push-ups, because I tripod myself is so much easier. Same thing for planche. Same thing for front lever. Any kind of exercise where leverage plays a big role, you always straddle, means you split your legs apart. If you're learning the front lever, you always straddle and then lower your legs until you get really good at it. If you're learning the human flag, you're going to learn to straddle first. Once you learn the straddle human flag, you can move up to bringing your legs in. Because those few inches that get added to your leg length, when you bring them together, they add so much leverage that you require a lot more strength to hold it in that position. So, stretches for planche. I was only able to do front backflips on the trampoline. I was always too scared to do them on the ground. But I was able to do front flips on the ground. I think it's just psychologically less fear, even though you require a lot more momentum for a front flip. I was always able to do a ground front flip, but not a back flip. Hey Juan. Yeah, so straight arms for planche is the correct form, but again, if you want to minimize injury, you have to make sure that when you're fully locked out like this, right? Your arm is fully locked out, that your bicep is stretched and like strong. So like in this position here, if I strain my bicep, as I'm doing now, you can't see it, but I am, it shouldn't hurt. If it's hurting or it's under a lot of strain, you need to hold this position a lot every day until your biceps lengthens in this position and gets used to it, so it becomes basically a normal resting position for your bicep. Then planche won't give you any issues at all. If in this position, fully locked out, stretched like this, you feel any kind of strain in your bicep, which I don't right now, but if you do, you need to practice stretches until you don't before you attempt a planche. Otherwise, you might injure your bicep, because it does flex. In a planche position, it does flex to protect your joint. So it is a high injury risk if you're not prepared. Again, this stretch is really good for handstands too. Inverted planche training. I don't know what that is, muscle man. just doing little jumps like this to put a little strain on my forearms, get them nice and stretched. And I'm going to be doing these following 3 days at least a little bit, because this is part of learning planche or being good at handstands, is just having the flexibility for it. It's so important. You can train strength all you want. If you don't have the flexibility, you're cooked. I am feeling like my wrists are way more flexible now than when we started. Ow, 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 ow. Ooh. I feel that. I really felt that. All right, let's go again do a little stretch for our, come on now, for our splits. Inverted planche training is like hollow body hold with locked out elbows holding dumbbells. It really helps condition abdominal muscles and elbow tendons. It does, yeah. I mean, I've never trained inverted elbow. I would just train like form equals function method, like what you train is what you get good at. As simple as that sounds, but like you basically lean forward while in a planche position and try to hold your body. So like raise one leg like this, go forward as much as you can, try to hold this position. Right, so this works both as a stretch and building the strength up to be able to hold this until you can actually like eventually do the same other leg, hold this position. Right, then over time, so this is for stretching, and then for actually building strength, you would learn lifting your legs up, holding that position, and then onwards and onwards. I have the full progression on my channel. If you guys look up planche push-ups on my channel, how to do planche tutorial something, you'll see all that. But anyway, today we're doing stretches, so. Thanks, Jonathan. Hopefully they motivate you. Six pull-ups. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Let's grow together. So, as I said, those of you just joining, today, tomorrow, and Thursday are going to be stretch/cardio days. So that's why I'm doing all these stretches right now. I want to learn splits, so I'm going to emphasize stretches for splits. And I want to learn planche eventually, so I'm going to emphasize stretches for the planche in my stretch routines. So I'm just trying to go down, stretch my adductor muscles, so that eventually I could do a split. Use my trash bin to rest on. That hurts. Let's try the books method. I'm gonna lay out a bunch of books. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that method. Let's just do this. I feel like it's an excuse not to avoid stretching. The books method. You lay out a bunch of books and you sit on it, and then every day or every 30 minutes to an hour, you just take one book away, so you could go lower and lower and lower. All right, guys, we're almost 30 minutes into our. Wait, we are 30. We're 39. We're 40 minutes into our stretches and cardio today. Minus the time my stream cut out. That hurts right here. Sorry about the mess. Didn't really plan to film stuff at home today. So I'm going to do the other stretch for the splits, which is lean forward. You're basically trying to open up the angle between here and here. Forward stretches. And then I'm scooting forward. I'll show you from the side so you kind of see what angle I'm going for. So we're trying to open this angle up until it's full 180 degrees, like basically straight line between the hamstring and your quad. Full stretch forward. Switch sides. Wow, this one is a lot less flexible for me. Yeah, the moment I make my legs straight, I can't go down anymore. A little late, it's okay. We're doing stretches today. Fake account. Such a bad stretch in my hamstring right now. Well, good stretch, I mean. Just tense. Like this, and then lean forward. Something to rest on. Baking soda. I'm gonna rest on my baking soda. That's painful. Yeah, gymnasts do train from a young age, but I have friends who just did this for months, like several hours a day in a couple months. They were able to do full splits. So it's 100% doable. It just requires a lot of commitment, just like any kind of other workout or, that we do. All it is just commitment and consistency. You do this enough, next thing you know how to do the splits. Yeah, full splits. I have a friend, it took him 4 months to learn the splits back in the day, but he did like 2 hours a day. Like he literally came home and then he would just do this for 2 hours. Literally just like train for splits. 2 hours a day every day. I think 4 months later he was able to do full splits. Yep. One of my guy friends back when I had my YouTube channel, he challenged me and he actually did it. Hey Lewis, welcome back. Ah, shoot. My hamstring. Alright guys, we have 5 minutes left. I'm going to go into this position here. Straddle legs, and I'm just going to try to go as low as I can. It's supposed to stretch your hamstrings, which is what we're doing today anyway. Hey, welcome back. I think it's SK, right? Working on our stretches today. I'm basically trying to bring my chest down to the floor slowly to stretch my hamstrings out. Pancake stretch. Yeah, pretzel stretch, whatever you want to call it. Pancake, yeah. I'm trying to do that while keeping my knees straight. Hey, BK, no problem. I'm back. We're going to back to where we were. The announcement was more of an explanation, fake account, about why I can't do strenuous exercise for the next 3 days. I'm doing some blood tests, and they don't want my liver enzyme spiked from strenuous exercise. And so for the next 3 days, I'm not doing it, but I'm back on Friday. So we're going to have a good workout on Friday. So next 3 days is going to be cardio and stretches, which is good too. I don't do enough stretching, that's for sure. But that's why we're here now, practicing our stretches. I'm going to wrap it up in about 3 minutes, guys. So if you have any questions, whatever, ask. But yeah, as long as we're showing up. I'm participating in this study, JD, I signed up for. It's a few months. It's a paid study at a clinic. So it's kind of my job. So I have to follow their instructions and stuff on this. Oh, you don't believe that I'm back, Ignal? Is that what it is? I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to have all you guys back too. Stretch, stretch, stretch. You think I'll bail out? You know, place your bets against me? Well, we're almost 1 month in, and I'm still here. I'll be showing up even if I can't work out for whatever reason, like today. I'll still show up and do stretches and cardio or something, you know. Gotta put those hours in. Stay consistent. Ooh, it feels good. Thanks, BK. Yeah, I'm planning to put all 100% of my effort into this, and I have been so far. And I've already gone in the first 3 weeks or so. I've gone from 9 pull-ups to 19, so it definitely had huge improvements in a short period of time. Which means still taking creatine and protein. I've never taken creatine and protein. Back in the day, I didn't do protein powders or nothing. Why? I just didn't. It was never a priority. I always just work out, body weight fitness, and just ate whatever my mom made at home. Back when I lived with her. No, not even creatine. I mean, I started taking protein now through peanut butter. I have 2 scoops of peanut butter, which is 20. It's about 10 grams a scoop. It's pretty big scoops. And I started taking some collagen protein. That's it for protein. Well, other than like regular food like chicken and whatever else I do. Ah, my back. And then for creatine, do I track macros? I don't. I just eat when I'm hungry, and I try to eat more than when I'm hungry because I naturally tend to be in a calorie deficit by default. Like I don't have a big sense of appetite. So if I don't try to force feed myself a couple times a day, I start losing weight. So I don't track my macros. I just try to get my protein in. So that's my main concern every day, is just to get my protein in. Yeah, I make smoothies too, usually after work actually. So in the morning I have a coffee with the collagen mixed in, and after, not after work, after working out, I make a smoothie for myself, especially because I'm in Texas and it's super hot. So all I really want is a smoothie after a hot day. Well, guys, we are 1 hour into our stretches. Stretches is one of those things you could do for hours, and you keep feeling nice. The more time you put in, the better you feel. So, but I'm gonna wrap it up for today. Thanks for joining. It's gonna be very low intensity, super chill workouts for the next couple days until Thursday, and then Friday. Yeah, I'm streaming every day, 7 p.m. Central Time. I have been streaming. This is stream number 17. So far, thank God I haven't missed a single stream. One of them did get rescheduled from Friday to Sunday, but 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So, hey, Dusan, try to make your small company. Don't really know what you mean. Saludos desde Mexico, Daniel. I'm glad I motivated you. Maybe you can join me now. So yeah, next 2 days are chill. Wednesday, Thursday's chill. And then Friday, we're going to do a pretty good, intense workout together. So look forward to that. And y'all have a good day. And see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Thanks for joining again. And let's all stay motivated. Keep this going.